Welcome and welcome back to a new episode of The Bookshelf. This is the wrap up of our most recent read, the Spinks, Jinx, where we're going to be answering 3 short questions about the book that summarize either our thoughts or feelings or any unanswered questions we have about the read. I missed you, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed our most recent read and that you were there for the full length of the read and that you're here for the wrap up. Be sure to drop a like on your way out of the room and be sure before you depart to share your thoughts on these questions in the comment section, okay? This will be quick. I'm not going to keep you long. Our first question, lovelies, and I do have them written down here, so if you see me peeking down, that's what I'm looking at. What is the main conflict that the main character in the book must face? Honestly, there were dual conflicts going on, okay? Now, if I would say, okay, there was the conflict of her love for herself and her son versus her love for her husband. One major conflict. And then another major conflict was I think it was a desire to not fail in her marriage versus not wanting to see her husband for who he was. Because he was a king. And yeah, I think that both of those things are very much major conflicts. I don't really understand the conflict of her love for her husband versus her son, because in my mind, my son comes first, period. But it was a complicated situation. Let's just leave that right there. The second question, thinking about a supporting character in the book, how would the book be different if that character did not exist? Now, this is me being cheeky. I would say that the supporting character in the book was the hook. It was the hook. It was the hook. Because I almost feel like that was representative of what he might have been doing on the outside of the marriage. You know? Without her actually coming right out and saying it. You know? The hook. He's forever sucking on that hook. And then in the end, she kind of, got him told about it. Like, it's something real sick about a grown-ass man constantly sucking his thumb. But, if I were playing it safe, if I were, the type of girl that played it safe, I'd say that supporting character would be Papa San. Papa San wreaked havoc in everyone's lives. If he'd never come into Leon's life, I honestly believe he was the first one to turn Leon out. He'd never have wreaked havoc in Nova or Charlie's life. And yeah, he'd have been a non-factor. So honestly, I feel like Papa San, aka Red, was the biggest super freak of all in the whole story. And then lastly, If I could ask Nova 3 questions, what would they be? Well, because I'm so nosy, I would want to know, girl, who that baby pappy? That second baby. Who that baby pappy? And I will also ask her, I would want to know, I would want to get her real and authentic view on just how bi was your husband. Like, do you think he was just like giving, or do you think he was receiving? I mean, it's a totally nasty and a nosy question, but I like nasty, nosy questions. So yeah, I'd ask the nasty, nosy questions. But to end it on a nicer note, I would like to know too, would you have been a better steward of the money? Girl. Because I really did hate seeing her lose it all in the end, the way she did. She almost wound up destitute. So would you have been a better steward of the money if you could do it all over again? Because you deserve so much more than you got in the end. And that is my last reply to the third question. And I would love to see you share some of your thoughts on these questions in the comments. And that's all I got for you, lovelies. Be sure to check the community page. There will be a poll there. I need your help to choose our next read. Well, not really. I mean, I'll choose it even without you, but I would like your help to choose our next read. Okay? All right. Until next time, lovelies.